One of the beautiful things about the Book of Mormon is we are told consistently that it's written for our day. And as we pointed out, these are actually hard chapters to read because it's hard to watch people that we love suffer. And by this point in the Book of Mormon, we've kind of felt this deep love for the people of the Book of Mormon, the people of God, and we're almost like cheering them on, like, you can do this. You can trust God, and He can be good to you. And then we see them falling into this pattern that's just, it's hard sometimes for humans to want to fully trust God. And one of the challenges we face still in our day is this fallen nature tendency to want gain and power, but to do it on our terms and not God's terms. It's interesting, God is willing to prosper us. Now, we have talked in the past that this is having His presence in your life. And if you look down here, true sorrow is being cut off from God. Now, in prosperity, yeah, God will take care of your needs. He will help you with that. But in this fallen nature drive for power and gain, which unfortunately is still happening today in societies around the world, which is why the Book of Mormon was preserved and revealed for our day, to give us a handbook to remind us that we can help ourselves, our families, and our societies by trusting God, being humble, trusting that as we repent and turn to Him, He will bring us the prosperity of His presence that we seek. And I want to just share something here about what happens when fallen nature kicks in and we get ourselves into this side of the pride cycle. Let me write this word up here, rupture. Right? Rupture means something to explode or to break. And if I put this in front of it, that actually is an intensifier. So the word corruption literally means intensively and thoroughly broken. And so when you look around society today, corruption is unfortunately easy to see. It's wherever people, officials, institutions are thoroughly breaking the rules and breaking the laws, or designing laws or rules that actually break the way things should be. And so the Book of Mormon provides this model and a reminder that if we glory in corruption, if we support and glory in those who practice corruption or love corruption and promote corruption, we will reap the consequences. But if instead we actually turn to the Lord who heals brokenness, our own in societies, if we turn to humility, repenting, right, turning ourselves towards Him, we can find the peace and prosperity that He has offered. And we're all in different circumstances, all of us, no matter how much wealth you might have or little, we all can be spiritually wealthy as we practice humility. I know in my own life, like Tyler, I've had financial struggles. I also remember being a student. I spent a lot of years in school. I was a bit of a slow learner. I remember sitting in a beat-up old car once in grad school and remembering Jesus' promise about, look at the lilies of the field and how God hath clothed them, right? They're better clothed, and I'm not translating this very well, but better clothed than all the raiment of Solomon in his temple. And I remember thinking, Lord, I've tried really hard to be righteous, and I'm feeling under enormous financial pressure right now. And at the time, I trusted the scriptures, and yet I didn't have faith. It was just kind of this weird thing, like, I knew it was true, and then sometimes I felt like, well, maybe God's not going to come through. And it's interesting, when I truly did turn my life to Him, over the long run, He gave me the peace and prosperity that I needed. Maybe not the prosperity that I thought that I really wanted, but the prosperity that really mattered to help me endure to the end with peace and joy.